peace, love, and blessings. This is the Sacred Empress Alitash, your melanated Mayan mystic with the Mayan moon energy for today, February 18th, 2024. Today we are in Kin 121 of 260, the red self-existing dragon. Let's get into it. We're in the color of red with the red self-existing dragon. So today is all about initiation. It's a great day to start or begin. When we talk about the red dragon specifically, this is the energy of nurturing, of being, and birth. We oftentimes need to feel that element of nurturing, of feeling like we're cared for and provided for. And this being the first sign in the calendar, it gives us the idea of being nurtured, of being connected to the universal or primal mother where all our needs are being met. When we have all of our needs being met, we feel like we can be ourselves. And when we are nurtured and we're being ourselves, we can give life to many things. So it's all about birth today. And we're in the time cell of input. So we are going to be receiving a lot of synchronicities and reflections from outside of us, and it will inform us, give us information, and start to formulate within us an understanding of where we are. Some well-known red self-existing dragons are Ethel Waters, Joan Crawford, Fats Domino, JFK Jr., and Orson Welles. Now let's talk about the self-existing tone of form, or the spirit energy of form. Today is a day about grounding yourself. It's about understanding that you set the standards for your life, that you define who you are. You set the bar. You are in charge of what your life looks like. If you don't like it, redefine it, change the standards, and transform. We will see evidence of ourselves in the 3D world. This is the spirit energy in which we can do our greatest work today. And it's a very powerful energy with the red dragon because we're in the core day. We are in the days of getting very much present, being very in tune with ourselves, and we will be able to see what form our life has taken because of our thoughts. And the key is when we have self existing days, not to be judgmental, not to be emotionally attached, but just understanding that we have created what we see and that we can change it. We are using the Mayan calendar, the token, which is the count of days. We have 260 days, 20 signs, 13 tones or spirit energy. We connect that to 260 days of the gestation period of a human. When we're born, we always check for 20 fingers, 20 toes, and we also have 13 joints. So we're very much in communion with the token. The Mayan calendar is divination, it's prophecy, and it gives direction. So when we talk about the calendar, or when we have things that we are thinking about and processing, we always work through the calendar, and it gives us energy on which to focus on. So the focus for the year is the white overtone wizard. The white lets us know that we focus on refinement, adjusting, organizing, making pure. We do that by enchanting, receptivity, and timelessness. The enchant, what we are saying to ourselves over and over again as a chant. What are our beliefs? What are we saying to ourselves? This is the single most important thing that we can adjust that will change our life from one way to another one, especially if we want it to be a better existence. We also have to think about receptivity. Are we receptive? Are we magnetic? What are we allowing? What are we bounded or connected to? What are our boundaries? This is very important. And then timelessness. What things are lasting forever? What things stand the test of time according to our belief system? Then we have the overtone, tone of radiance, which is the spirit energy that we work in for the whole year. The whole year goes from July 26th to July 24th. The overtone, tone of radiance is all about empowering and about commanding. So we must take control of our lives, our thoughts, empower ourselves. We can then empower people around us to command our existence, to be the authority, to give out the orders, and to radiate who we are at all times. This is the white overtone wizard. Now we're in the transformation cycle as well. The transformation cycle is a 52-day period that teaches us about how to make and deal with changes. We can change form, have a metamorphosis, change our cycle where our outer reality is equal to our highest self concept. Definitely look that up. Tap into Neville Goddard. That's very powerful in and of itself. This is the most intense of all the cycles. The transformation cycle has 40 of its 52 days being portal days, so we can shapeshift and move into any place, mind, etc. This year, we are moving in tune with the earth and the seasons like the seeds are. This transformation cycle ends right around spring and the lunar eclipse. We also, after that, have a 52-day of harvest. Isn't it worth the time to plant the seeds within ourselves to harvest with the plants and trees during the spring equinox? We are in the galactic moon of integrity. This is the 8th moon of a 13 moon calendar where we focus on integrity from February 7th up until March 6th. Integrity is the state of being whole and undivided. We talk a lot about our traumas, and we definitely need to heal the places that are harmful to us or where we have been harmed. But we also need to focus on our state of being as whole and undivided. 5 attributes of integrity are honesty, accountability, reliability, transparency, and ethics. Then you need to ask yourself, what would that integrity look like? The state of being whole and undivided. Take a moment and see yourself whole and divided. And in that mode, how would you feel? What would that integrity feel like? And living in that integrity, what would you be in harmony with? And then how would you live or model that vibration? We have 28 days to focus on that. We'll have 28 days of spirit energy where we can work our most magic day by day because now is the only time that we have. Our current 13-day cycle of power is the white mirror wave spell. We have a beautiful opportunity from the 15th through the 27th of February to reflect, order, and focus on endlessness. We are going to see a lot of reflections of our belief systems in our outer environment. It's going to spark us to want to adjust or change. Now, if we are in the right frame of mind, we're going to automatically start to refine. We're going to adjust, organize, take out the negative parts, do what we need to do. But this is really a task with the white mirror wave spell because the reflections that we see may or may not be positive. And so we have to put those things in order, knowing that the reflections are based on previous thought patterns. And all we have to do is change our perspective, give life to another thought pattern, and put ourselves in another space of endlessness. We are in the matrix where we are able to self regulate. It is very important that we govern ourselves, that we make ourselves regular or set the standards for what is normal for us. And we're going to have 13 days of doing this. This is how we adjust when we want to transform. So hopefully we can take that and make that powerful, especially in this time frame that we're in. And that energy are the energies of core days. To some, they call it the days of assimilation. The core days are when we are in the core of the calendar. Here you see a picture of the calendar from day 1 through 260. In the middle of a calendar, you will notice a column of all lavender shades. This is the very middle of the calendar. This takes us into the vibration of 7 of balance. When we're in the core of the calendar, we're also in our core, and we have 20 days to focus on preparation for deep transformation. On the 27th and the 28th, mark it on your calendar, we are in the heart of the calendar and we're experiencing a mystic void. We can reach from our void into the very void or matrix of the universe. And we can get very deep transformation, transmissions by preparing ourselves. And so I also have a program called Core Days where we go through the 20 days of the calendar. We go through more than one wave spell of energy where we can get to our core. This is important because after we do that, we're going to have 5 days of grounding, and then we're going to have 10 more galactic activation portal days. But these portals are different. The previous 10-day portals came from heaven to earth. These core days that start 14 days after core days or from now is when we start to send our energy out from us into the universe. So this core day is really important in that each day we allow ourselves to be very present with ourselves, very focused. It will give us a sense of clarity that we can use to move forward powerfully. So we will be utilizing the throat chakra. The throat chakra is very important in terms of our self-expression and our creativity. The crystals that we can use to tap into the throat chakra are turquoise, blue agate, blue topaz, aquamarine. The essential oils or herbs we can use are ylang ylang, lavender, and blue chamomile. I cannot express how important our throat chakra is. Our throat chakra is our communication center. It is how we express ourselves and let people know what's going on inside of us. It utilizes our sound, the element of sound. And when our throat chakras are blocked, we can have thyroid issues, ear and mouth infections, neck stiffness, jaw pain. We can have gum and mouth disease as well. Emotionally, we can have trouble expressing ourselves, our creativity. We may have trouble taking a stand for ourselves, feeling like we can't express ourselves, being shy, having social anxiety, a hard time setting boundaries, and a difficulty communicating our personal truth. So, having these crystals around and herbs and oils help us tremendously. One of the crystals that I didn't mention was the lapis lazuli, which also offers us inner peace, clarity. It gives us protection, meditation, intuition, and it overcomes depression. The blue lace agate helps us with confidence and communication, helps us with joy. It's very calming. It cleanses. It gives us hope It helps with purification. It strengthens and repairs bones, those throat ailments, and it helps to neutralize anger. And the essential oils that we can use are lavender, which we talked about. Um, and I wanted to just give an example. One of the herbs that's not listed is sage, where it helps us to welcome blessings and positive energy, restores harmony, and helps us in grounding. Today is Sunday. Sunday are Sundays. Today is a powerful day to set rituals and intentions on our individuality, self expression, confidence, and authority. Really important on this first core day where we are in the initiation energy, where we feel nurtured, we feel whole and undivided, and we can move definitely within our power base. Today, the moon is in Gemini and in Cancer. The moon is void of course. We go from being in our thoughts and focusing on communication, which we are in that throat chakra energy, so that helps us a lot tremendously. And then the moon is moving into Cancer, where we go to the places that are comfortable, that we are most familiar with, where we take our shoes off and rest in it. That's the Cancer energy, and we're going through this waxing gibbous. The waxing gibbous moon phase allows us to start to get peaks and revelations that we're going to experience during the full moon, which is upcoming. Um, but for now, we get little glimpses of that where the light of the moon is more illuminated. It's between 50 and 99% illuminated. So we're beginning to see the whole picture. We're beginning to get revelations and aha moments, and we'll be able to utilize that energy accordingly. The moon is void of course. So we don't want to start anything new. We want to focus on completion, focus on the inner self, meditation, doing readings, and cleaning. And the core days will assist greatly in that energy. And so I'm offering assistance through the core days. The core days are from the 18th through the 9th. During the core days, we will be meditating, journaling, guided meditation, yoga as we open ourselves up to our core. And as we do that, we're working on our spine as well. So the meditations open us to the higher self that we're preparing for, that we are, and allowing us to utilize the present moment where all the magic takes place. This week we also have Valentine's Day, so a lot of people have been focused on the aspect of love, and so I offer my Venus journey, which allows us to jump into ourselves in terms of our love language, our worth, our value. We're able to dive into how we express our love, and we also start to work on the blockages that hold us back from attaining self love and the outer love of our lives. On Mondays, I have Mayan Moon Mondays via Zoom. If you join my Facebook page, Mayan Moon Mondays, you will be able to get the direct Zoom link. And during Mayan Moon Mondays, we focus on the whole week during the Mayan calendar, letting you know all the important information and facts that you don't get on a daily basis. You get it for the whole week. And we all have a place in the Mayan calendar, the sacred calendar. And it's so important to have a Mayan birth reading that lets you know what your powers are. If you're an initiator, if you're a refiner, if you transform well, or if you are a serial harvester. This allows you to know all your powers. It unlocks the experiences that you have. You'll have a lot of aha moments, and it'll allow you to move forward knowing more about yourself and some practical applications, and days which you should do certain things and days you should not do certain things, called burner days, because you are tapping into your primal creative energy. I am the Sacred Empress Alitash, your melanated Mayan mystic. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoy this content, please look me up on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or on Facebook. Thank you so much for your time. Happy Core Day. Peace, love, and blessings.